Once upon a time, in a place only a keystroke away, he remembers how it was before the coming of the web. Feeling powerless against the forces of fashion that surround us, he roams the world searching for the home of a special look. It was a struggle at first, but the power of fashion is now at everyone's fingertips. Anybody can now find O.B. Amici at their worldwide website. Now the world is free from department store tyranny. O.B. Amici, the search stops here.
Let their head go with their swing rather than swinging shoulder to shoulder and, just picking up the window. It just depends on who's pitching me, what kind of adjustments you got to make. I don't think you can be the same hitter all the time. Your hands are an extension of your eyes.
No doubt about it.
The more you move your head, the less you see the ball.
That's correct.
The less you move your head, the more you see the ball. Simple as that.
The position of the back leg, once the head goes forward, the center of gravity shifts to the front foot.
Okay, while you're in the stands, they're like this. You know how to get them. A lot of kids like that. I said, all of a sudden, through fantasy, the picture becomes a television set. How would you look at it? He said, like that. I said, why'd you do that? Because I can see the television better. Well, why would you look at the picture like that? You want to look at it right on level as you can. As soon as the left eye goes left, they've had it. The plate's here. The eye might not be their dominant eye, but the eye that's more important, the eye that intercepts the ball is your front eye.
There are several different motion analysis systems that are on the market. Currently, we're using one that allows us to look at movement in 3 dimensions. The first thing that we do is we put 18 reflective markers on 18 different anatomical landmarks. Those 18 reflectors give us specific position of those joints. The next thing that we do is we take those out and we grab certain images and put them into the computer. Then a process of digitizing where you actually connect the dots is done. Once the digitizing is done, transforming the 2 images into 1 image is done simply by using algorithms. The next thing that happens is the smoothing of the information, because human movement by definition is very noisy movement. And so it is smooth, and then you're able to view 1 3D image.
Do you know what a Bible hitter is? I was a Bible hitter. This is what it means. Thou shalt not pass.
Hi everyone, I'm Jay Johnstone here at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Listen, do you hear that? If you listen close enough, you can hear the crack of the bats as the sound echoes through these hallowed walls. Past legends like Root, DiMaggio, Williams, Mays, Mantle, Aaron, to our modern day players like Thomas, Griffey, Bonds, Mattingly, all have one thing in common. They had great sound fundamental hitting skill. Ted Williams once said that hitting a baseball and doing it consistently is the single most difficult thing to do in all of sports. And you know what? By percentages, he may be right. Today's modern day hitters face pitchers who throw the ball at 90+ miles an hour and have less than half a second to decide whether to swing at a strike or not. The next hour or so will be your most informative and educational time in sports. We will give you the 20 most important rules you will ever learn in a way that has never been done before. You know, the task of hitting involves many factors, some of which are out of your control. This is a chance for you to re-examine your hitting game. So come and take this journey with us and let us guide you to your promised land as a productive hitter. Here is the closest you're going to get without actually being in the batter's box. Here as a hitter is where you watch, you study, and you prepare for the task ahead. But before you get to home plate, you need to pick out a weapon. Here you see many shapes and colors and sizes and name brands and everything, but there's nothing more important to a hitter than the feel of a good bat.
Oi, mate, you're not going to talk about bats without including the wombat, are you?
Hey, I recognize you. You're that Jack the Wombat, that 300-hitter critter from down under. How are you? And what are you doing here?
Yeah, Jack's the name, baseball's me game, but hitting's me fame. I heard what you blokes was up to and thought to myself, I bet they could really use an expert batsman right about now, or wombat to be exact. I'll be popping in now and again.
Well, thanks, Jack. We can always use another good man or wombat on the team. As I was saying, an integral part of American life is winning against the odds. That one-on-one confrontation, pitcher versus hitter. First, we need to pick a bat that is comfortable. A bat that proves too heavy will result in a slow swing and a loss of balance during the swing. On the other hand, if it is too light, you won't feel the head of the bat as you swing, so you'll suffer a loss of control. Selecting a bat is a mental process because it is done by the feel.
That's so true. So the next thing is the grip, and it must be gripped in a way that will give explosiveness, maximum strength, and speed to the bat. Watch me now as I demonstrate the placement of the bat in each hand. Modified choke, complete choke, on the knob, and pinky overlapping the knob.
Once again, modified choke, complete choke, on the knob, and pinky over the knob.
Jack. Oh, Jack. Well, me Sheila's calling. I've got to leave straight away. See you later, mate.
The force imparted to the ball depends upon the firmness of the grip at the moment of impact. The firmness absorbs the shock of impact. There's not much recoil. Most of the force will be utilized in driving the ball. As illustrated by Newton's third law, the meaty part of the hand, rather than the fingers placed behind the bat, can be held more firmly. The bat has a knob on the end, which was designed to keep the hands from slipping off the end of the bat. This knob hinders the swing. We will compare the two grips. Observe the path in which the bat travels to the ball, as shown by our computer graphics play. The grip down on the knob shows that the bat's barrel will slightly move upwards in order for the wrist to roll. Here we see the bottom finger on the knob. The path of the bat is more direct to the ball. Freedom of wrist movement and maximum power.
Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr., and Jeff Bagwell demonstrate the grips.
stance has to be a comfortable yet firm foundation upon which we shape and mold the swing. It is a must to be relaxed and comfortable. It is a state where the body is waiting in an explosive manner to move. The open stance, the closed stance, and the straightaway stance.
The stance works together with the proper placing of the feet and hands in relation to the flight of the incoming ball.
Lenny Dykstra, Don Mattingly, and Mike Piazza show the three stances.
A slight bend at the knees will give you the opportunity of becoming a more successful hitter. A bend at the waist is important for the purpose of balance and relaxation. It puts you in a better position to see all types of pitches and will help you get your weight behind the swing. If you are not relaxed, you won't have a good swing.
The knees work as an elevator. They can take the body up or down. If you bend slightly at the knees and wait, you have maximized your ability to relax. If the pitcher is throwing from a mound while you're standing straight up, you will see the balls thrown high much easier than the balls thrown low. With a slight bend, you can see both high and low pitches better.
Frank Thomas bends at the knees and waist.
Let's say the pitch is right here. Now I'm standing there waiting for the pitch. Now he's winding up, and here's what you have to do. You have to sit to hit. Doesn't that make sense? You have to sit to hit.
The hitter's front foot is closer to the plate, which puts your body in a position where the front side of your body and shoulder is slightly in the direction of the pitcher. Your front hip is also turned in a coiled position. Your weight is slightly on the back foot, so there can be a shift of weight forward, and it will give you good plate coverage.
The closed stance gives a stable front side to hit against. It gives you correct balance. It gives you better body control. Plus, it gives a fluid, powered swing. This gives you a better chance of keeping the ball in fair territory.
Babe Ruth and Kirby Puckett hit with a closed stance.
In order to hit the ball or make contact consistently, you must see the ball all the way through your swing. Any movement of the head will alter the arc that the bat travels.
Any movement changes the line of vision and forces the eye to readjust. Watch me closely now as Jay explains this point to you.
Most of the batter's flaws are related to the movement or excessive movement of the head, such as lunging, hitching, overstriding. The head should be still, yet relaxed. Your neck should not be rigid or stiff. You have to keep your head down at the point of contact. Narrow your vision so that you are concentrating on the release and the flight of the pitch. To consistently hit the ball, you have to watch the ball.
The head is the axis of the swing. Much like our earth spins around its axis, the body rotates around the head. As I was saying, a steady head keeps the hitter centered and balanced. Allow the momentum of the swing's follow-through to force your head from the hitting area. Remember, follow the ball laterally, staying on the same plane as the flight of the pitch. Concentration must be maintained. Without it, there will be sight, but not vision.
Barry Bonds swings the bat around his head.
Don't swing your head with the bat. Swing the bat around your head. The older kids, I'll tell them to try to intercept the ball with your front eye. So when he throws that ball is going to come to a certain point, and you're going to watch it, and you're going to intercept it with your front eye. That's the same as swinging the bat around your head.
Balance and rhythm are closely related. You can't have one without the other. In hitting, balance is mandatory. It must be present before and during the swing and after contact has been made with your bat. Rhythm comes from balance, and each hitter has his own. Like everything else, it takes work to find your rhythm. It's a feeling which you have to acquire. Notice how hitters move their hands while waiting to execute their swing? This is their rhythm. It is what they do so they won't have to be in a still position at the time of the pitch.
Balance is the key to making a correct weight transfer and executing good bat speed. The knees are what places you into a good hitting position. And rhythm is the initial movement that begins the flow of the swing. If there's no rhythm in the hands before the swing, then the swing becomes jerky and lacks smoothness.
Tony Gwynn and Ty Cobb stay relaxed and in rhythm.
While I'm standing there waiting on the pitch, you want to be relaxed as much as you can. There's no tenseness in swinging a bat. You don't get tense, because I've seen guys get up there and the pitcher hasn't even started winding up, and they're like this. They're real tense. You know, and when the pitcher's starting to wind up, by the time that they throw the ball, they look like Frankenstein. I mean, their whole body's stiff as if it's a board. So we don't want to do that. We always want to be relaxed.
This is the cock position. The hip, front shoulder, and knee will automatically push the hands and the bat backward. In essence, your entire front side should be turned inward toward the plate. If there is not a backward or cock movement, then there will not be a weight shift or a weight transfer.
The upper body pulls the lower body in this backwards movement. Move your hands backward or disconnect your hands from the body. This will cause the bat to travel a much longer arc in getting back to the hitting area. This results in a breakdown in hitting mechanics.
Matt Williams cocks his shoulders.
Excuse me, mate. Sorry for the sudden entrance. There seemed to be a change in climate. A whole heap of it, as a matter of fact. But no worries. I'm here now.
Glad to see you could just drop in, Jack. I was just telling the people how the stride moves the body forward and the lower body leads the upper body. As a matter of fact, the weight is transferred from the back foot forward. The stride puts you in a ready position in order for you to adjust to an incoming pitch. The stride moves the hitter towards the ball and in a position of balance and power. You then stride softly on the ball of the front foot. This is done to keep the eyes focused on the pitch.
Yeah, and if you land hard, the eyes will bounce up and down and you'll lose sight of the ball in the middle of the pitch.
The stride puts you in a position to have complete control of the bat. If the stride is only a gesture, preparing yourself to hit. Making the stride towards the pitch, you begin to step away from your hands. Make the stride a short one. Plus, keep your feet parallel. This is necessary because the front leg should be the anchor, in which stops the body's forward momentum, allowing it to rotate with the swing. The stride always comes before the swing. It's impossible to stride and swing at the same time.
Babe Ruth and Ken Griffey Jr. take a short stride.
If you step, the top half of your body moves. If the top half of your body moves, you're going to have a problem. So when I get set, I think about reaching out with that front foot. So my body stays right in that same area.
legs are the foundation of the swing, which we then build upon. They start the forward body movement after the cock. The legs start the drive and put the power in the swing. You can easily test this by standing with your legs together and attempting to swing without using your legs.
The legs move naturally, getting you into position, allowing the body to rotate. They provide support for the upper body, and when used properly, the legs take the pressure off the hands and allow them to function. In order for the hitter to gain maximum power, the hips must rotate first, so you will not block the freedom of movement in the rotation.
Don Mattingly and Lenny Dykstra rotate their hips before the swing.
There's no way that you can hit for any type of power unless you use your lower half, okay? So when I talk to a little kid, I say, make sure that you get your toe hold, okay, and squish the bug, and I'll show you what squish the bug means. Sit back on your back side, on your back leg, and when the pitch comes, okay, you make sure that you squish the bug. From my knee to my shoulder, see how straight it is? Watch me squish the bug. And squish the bug.
No matter where you hold the bat, one of the most important movements in your swing is bringing your hands into your body. This is the most preferred position to hit the ball.
If someone hands you a 100-pound bag of feed, would you hold your hands stretched out or close to the body to help support the weight? You would hold your hands closest to the body. By keeping your hands close to the body, you can control the bat and swing easily. We use Jack to illustrate this concept. Jack, you come here, please.
Oh, what? Who, me? Straight away, mate. What can I do for you, Bernardo, sir?
Hold out your arms, Jack.
Like this, eh?
Perfect. Now take this 100-pound bag of cement. Don't drop it now. Let's try it again, Jack.
Hey, mate, I can't do it.
Yes, you can, Jack. Just bring your arms closer to the body. Help support the weight.
Okay. Hey, I'm doing it, mate. I'm doing it.
Once again, your arms are strongest when they're closest to the body. Same goes for hitting. You can control the bat and swing easily by bringing the hands close to the body. Thank you, Jack. Time for us to go now. While we're gone, look at the live demonstration for review.
Andre Galarraga brings his hands into the body.
There is no forced body movement in hitting. It is a series of pulling and pushing motions. You want to attempt to swing down on the ball.
There is no forced body movement in hitting. It is a series of pulling and pushing motions. You want to attempt to swing down on the ball, not up.
Will Clark keeps his hands back, pulls the bat with his bottom hand, and makes contact with his hands above the bat head.
You must have the ability to wait and not commit your swing too soon. But if you wait on the pitch too long, you won't be able to extend the bat through the strike zone for maximum power with your swing.
When we say, wait on the ball, we mean don't commit the hands too soon. The body must be in position to hit the ball even before we know whether or not we're going to swing.
Mike Piazza waits to commit his hands.
When you stride, your hand should be at the top of the zone, the top of the strike zone, ready to come through. ready to drop the head of the bat on the ball.
One of the greatest hitters of all times, Ted Williams, advocates a slight uppercut. Some hitting instructors advocate a flat bat, while others favor releasing one hand from the bat at contact. If you're concentrating on releasing the hand, it has to be after contact has been made. But then, the job of hitting the baseball is over. If it is released beforehand or on contact, you lose strength, bat speed, and most important, accuracy. A select group of hitters, less than 2% of major leaguers, use one of these three methods. But for the other 98%, I advocate the downswing. Many of you think when I say swinging down, you'll see the notion similar to swinging an axe. You're right. Let me demonstrate.
Slightly dip your front shoulder, taking it to and challenging the pitch as you swing. This will cause the bat to drive through the ball with added force, as if the bat had been thrown at the ball. Keeping in mind that the bat starts out on a downward plane, as the swing continues, it levels out on the plane of the pitch, making it possible to hit the top in the middle of the ball. Understanding that this is only the beginning of this movement. If there's any hope of hitting the ball squarely, the barrel of the bat must travel the shortest distance possible. The bat head must cross the hitting area in the most direct line possible. The downswing guarantees a horizontal swing and added power when the wrists are turned after contact is made. I look at the bat as an extension of my arm. The power travels the length of the bat as you swing. There's a transference of energy from the batter to the bat on contact.
Fred McGriff swings down and through the ball.
Using your hands in hitting is very, very important. Baseball hitters are always told, throw the barrel of their bat at the ball. And by doing that, what you achieve is maximum bat speed and a good wrist turn. If you force the wrist to turn too soon, you lose accuracy and timing. Now, timing is getting the body into the right position to hit the ball right on the sweet spot of the bat.
Be a good hitter and be quick with the hand. You must get the maximum effort from the wrist. Good timing makes for good contact. This occurs when the wrists turn over automatically with the momentum of the swing. The hands and wrists move automatically and take the bat through the hitting area.
Albert Bell and Ted Williams explode and push the bat upon contact.
Maintaining body position is very crucial during the swing and requires your center of gravity to be directly over your feet. And also make contact close to your body as possible because this is where your strength is, right here.
At the point where the weight shifts from back foot to front foot and is then evenly distributed, that is where your point of contact is. The most important tip to learn is that there is only one instant in the swing to apply maximum effort. This effort is provided by the hands. The two major factors are speed of the bat and the speed of the pitch. To save that maximum effort, you have to be thinking swing easy. Then there will be a gradual buildup of speed through the swing, which will keep your fundamentals intact. Every movement should be directed towards maintaining and gathering power in the hands, giving them the time and the room to function effectively.
So there you have it, the 20 commandments that will help you become a better hitter. You've paid attention, you've listened, you understand the principles. So the next time you pick up a bat, you'll be spraying balls all over the field, right? Not so fast. If it was that easy, everybody would be in the Hall of Fame. The 20 commandments are the principles to make you a better hitter. Practice is the way to becoming better. Practice, practice, practice. Are there any questions? Kim.
How do I select a bat?
First of all, it's by feel. In the middleness of being able to swing the bat quickly and accurately, it depends upon your physical strength and your hand size. During the season, you will change bat weights and sometimes handles because the strength will fluctuate during the long season. For the professional, select a bat that has wide grain. For the amateur, the aluminum bat comes long and light and they can easily generate bat speed. But for those who have their eyes on becoming a professional, the aluminum bat gives a false sense of accomplishment. Dennis.
What is bat control?
Many believe that the hitter that has the ability to hit the ball to all fields is a pitcher of bat control. I disagree. Always anticipating a strike as a hitter, you begin your movement forward to the pitch in the hitting area. Now, if that ball's out of the hitting area, that means that you have to hold that bat back. This is what I call bat control.
Helpful hint. Bat selection directly affects bat control, so be careful when selecting your bat. Remember, a bat that proves too heavy will result in a slow swing and a loss of balance during the swing. Conversely, a bat that's too light will not allow you to feel the head of the bat as you swing, and you'll suffer a loss of control. Keep in mind that the bat is an extension of your arms.
Oliver.
What's the most important thing in hitting, the physical technique or the mental approach?
Well, actually, both are equally important to become a successful hitter. You must master both elements. The mind can stop you from succeeding, just as the body does. You can have excellent mechanics and still not be a good hitter. Charlie.
Coach, can you explain feel?
Feel is a mental emotion. It is by feel that we select our bats. A feeling of quickness. Pick up a bat and close your eyes as though you're meditating, blocking out everything as you swing the bat. You can feel the movement of your body in action. This happens because when the eyes are closed, there's no outside distraction, so the feel of the swing is very prevalent. When you have that feel, there's no anxiety, no tight muscles, no loss of concentration, and less fear of failure. You're in control. The timing is there. The movements are fluid. Every movement is quick, forceful, and accurate. What you're doing is performing within yourself. You have high expectations of success. Everything happens automatically, as though you are tuned-in computer, shielded from all outside distractions. You feel you have the time, all the time in the world to respond accurately to the pitch. Your confidence is never higher. It seems natural and easy to achieve. Mind-body response is your own wishes. It's a trance-like state when you are one within yourself and the physical world. Everything that's happening is instinct, and all you practice takes over. As long as what you're doing at the moment is all that you're doing at the moment and nothing else. The mind is concentrating on one thing and nothing else is there. Your inner and outer focus will be solely on the present and not the future, but the possibilities of failure is unlimited. When you have the feel, everything is happening without calculation or thinking. There's always sight of the ball and the feel of the swing, but there's no thinking. Ben.
Why is the mind so important?
The mind holds the key to thought, memory, emotions, and creativity. These are the qualities that make us human. When we step into the box, instinct takes over. Once you're in there, there's no time to think. Hitting is a mindset. Thinking is an inner function, and the actual hitting mechanics are an outer function.
Helpful hint. Pick up a bat and close your eyes as though you're meditating, blocking out everything as you swing the bat. By closing your eyes, you're eliminating outside distractions and concentrating only on the feel of your swing. Practice has made the 20 commandments second nature to you, and now you're beginning to enter that zone when your motions are fluid time after time. If you're serious about being a better hitter, you can do this exercise just about anywhere, at any time. Spend a little time each day just concentrating on the mental aspects of hitting the baseball.
Mike,
How do the legs function in hitting?
the legs are the foundation of the swing. They control the body position, and most of all, it controls balance. The first movements are done by the legs. They put you in a position to rotate the body effectively. Just imagine having no legs. Try this, for example. Get on your knees and try to execute a swing. You see it's not functional. But try to swing the bat with your legs standing together. It just does not work smoothly and easily. Without the legs, we cannot perform the mechanics of hitting properly. The legs start the drive and put the power into the swing. They provide support for the upper body. If the legs are used correctly, you will take a lot of pressure off the hands. I'm saying that you hit with your legs and not your hands. Michelle?
What does the stride have to do with the hitting process?
First of all, put your body in a position of strength and balance to begin the swing. Now, since hitting is a process of movement on the side of the ball, rotation is very important. The stride puts the leg in firm position to block the body's forward momentum, allowing the body to rotate against and around the front leg. Teresa.
Why is balance and rhythm so crucial?
Balance is the key to hitting successfully, and it depends a great deal upon footwork. Being able to take the stride and stay balanced to exert maximum force. It also helps to remove tension so that the swing can be executed smoothly. Rhythm comes from balance. Just as rhythm sets the beat to a song, it sets the beat to the swing. It's that initial movement that gets the swing going. Note a tennis player who is receiving a serve will rock back and forth in anticipation of that serve. That's rhythm.
Helpful hint. Some people say that baseball doesn't require you to be in the same physical shape as, say, basketball or football. Anybody who's ever tried to hit a baseball knows that's not true. Since hitting starts with your legs, you need to make sure your legs are not only strong, but also flexible. Lifting weights is great for building the muscles in your legs. Just be sure you don't go overboard. Aerobic activity, riding the stationary bike or jogging, will help keep your muscles stretched and loose. And considering what you're asking your legs to do each time you swing, that's just as important.
Robin.
What is the first movement in hitting?
Believe it or not, it's a backswing movement. As the pitch is being thrown, the front shoulder turns slightly in, pushing the hands back. This is very important. Please do not take the hands back too far from the body. Keep the hands connected to the body. Once you disconnect, you force the bat to travel along an arc to get back to the hitting area. This results in a breakdown in the hitting mechanics. The shoulder coming forward too soon, the head coming off the ball, and a long, lazy swing. Jessica.
Why is keeping the head still so important?
Well, the head is the axis of the swing. It also controls the balance. Move the head and the body will move with it. It affects the arc as the bat travels and changes the line of vision. It forces the eyes to readjust to the incoming pitch. 95% of the time, the head moves. It moves away from the ball. The head and the eyes must work together, keeping the eyes on a level plane. Always follow the ball laterally with your eyes and head. Always.
Helpful hint. How important are your eyes? They used to say that Ted Williams was able to read the commissioner's name on the ball as it came to the plate. I don't know if that's true or not, but he sure could read the rotation on the ball, and so can you. A fastball will rotate from the bottom up because of the delivery and the angle of the pitcher's arm, which is over the top. And a two-seamer fastball looks different than a four-seamer fastball. On a four-seamer fastball, you should be able to pick up the red of the seams. When throwing a slider, the pitcher will release the ball a little lower, and the ball will look like a red dot coming at you. The curveball is released lower still and has a downward angle of rotation. The curveball's rotation is slower and tighter than a fastball.
Valerie,
Where should your hands be in the swing?
no matter where your hands begin in the swing, they come closer to the body. Your hands are the strongest when they're close to your body. For example, would you carry a 50-pound bag of cement with your arms extended or close to your sides in a brace position? The first forward movement is the dropping of the hands into the body in order to be in the best position to hit the ball. Keeping the hands close to the body makes it easier to keep the bat head behind the ball. And at this point, hitting becomes a pushing and pulling motion. The bottom hand pulls the bat to the incoming pitch, and the top hand has a pushing effect. Daniel.
What is meant by swinging down?
Keep in mind the bat starts out in a downward plane, making it possible to hit the middle of the baseball. The downward angle is very small, and the length of the swing is very short. This combination results in better contact, greater bat speed, and more power. The hands react faster in a downward movement than it does in an upward direction. They react automatically in a downward movement. Have you ever seen someone tripping and falling? How the hands head in the downward direction to brace the fall? So it is quicker for the hands to react, and quickness is needed in hitting.
Helpful hint. The video camera is a great tool to use to improve your swing. Get your coach, your mom or dad, or a friend to bring a camera out to the practice field and videotape your swing. Have them isolate on your foot movement, your hips, your hands, and your head. Then you can go watch the tape and break down your swing. As you watch your swing on tape, try to remember the 20 commandments to better hitting. If you notice you're not following some of the commandments, get back outside and practice, practice, practice.
Oliver.
If I'm tense, will it affect my swing?
Yes, it will affect your swing because you need to be relaxed for your mind and body to move freely. Relaxation is the body at ease consciously, while the mind is in a clear receptive state. You cannot force relaxation nor command it. It is something that is acquired with time and experience. What relaxation does is allow the body and the mind to discover its optimal balance. Jonathan.
Does it help to see yourself hitting the ball?
Yes. Visualization is seeing into the future. You're seeing something that has never been achieved before. You look through the mind's eye. We anticipate the bat hitting the ball. When you can visualize this occurring, confidence will grow. Your reaction time will be quicker. Coordination and accuracy of the body and the bat will improve. And you will get an idea of what will happen before you execute the movement. Kim.
Do I have to believe it to hit it?
You must believe it, and you must approach the batter's box with a sense of purpose. The factors that make the sense of purpose are willpower, confidence, concentration, desire, determination, dedication, relaxation, competitiveness, a sense of responsibility, and faith. There must be a will to achieve. And though will is not power, at the same time, it is all the power there is. It is willpower that affects us physically and mentally. Willpower is an exercise of the mind over the body to do something positive. When you say, I will, this means something definite. If you never tell yourself, I will, then you have no will. Only an optimistic attitude can help develop will. It's like the little engine that could. If you think you can, you can. Confidence is a byproduct in the hitter's belief in his own will. It takes on a power all of its own. It's the foundation of all our hitting endeavors. It affects more than thought and feeling. It affects performance also.
Helpful hint. Don't get discouraged if things are not going well in the batter's box. If your fundamentals are strong, and they should be if you're following the 20 commandments, you'll hit the baseball. The only confidence that is worth anything is the confidence that comes from knowing that you have the skill to perform well. Remember, the greatest hitters in the game fail at least 2 out of every 3 times they come to bat. Your ability to hit will change constantly as your confidence ebbs and flows and your level of concentration increases and decreases. When you're feeling down, the only way to get back up is to get into the batting cage and hit.
All right, guys, let's give Bernardo a round of applause.
There you go. Hello, I'm Bernardo Leonard. I've been told that to travel hopefully and openly is even better than one's arrival. Like light shining in a dark corner, an attempt has been made to give you a true understanding of the art of hitting. The fine-tuned swings of the Mattingleys, the Bonds, the Griffiths. Believe me, there are no accidents. Because in hitting, by far, the most important factor is that of providing force to the bat to hit the ball. And with these commandments you've seen and heard, give you the opportunity to use balance plus motion, which equals force. Only then can you reach your promised land as a productive hitter. And always remember, hitting is a mindset. Hitting is exciting. For more gospel on hitting, look for the Hitter's Bible coming to your stores soon. I hope that you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have.
Yeah, remember, hitting is exciting. But also remember that Jack the Wombat, he's exciting. I hope you've had as good a time as I have. And I know you can't wait to get your hands on me mate Bernardo's book, The Hitter's Bible. Why, I learned everything I know from me mate Bernardo. In fact, I was just a little itty-bitty wombat in the bush when we met. Why, he come up to me and said, "Hello, what's your name and what are you doing?" And I says to him, "The name's Jack, and I'm just out for a bit of a walkabout." And he says, "Would you like to play some baseball with me?" At that point, he really had me curiosity going, so I says, "Why not?" And there you have it, the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Well, see you later.
it.